Today we're going to look at the worst equipment in Magic the Gathering. I'm going to start off with Bladed Bracers. It's a 1-mana equipment. An equipped creature gets +1/+1, which sounds actually very underwhelming. As long as equipped creature is a human or an angel, it has Vigilance, which frankly I don't think needs to be that narrow. The card would probably be more than good enough to give all the creatures Vigilance. Only the humans and angels. Otherwise, this is literally just like 3 mana, give the creature +1/+1. Absolutely pathetic. Oh, we got Kankusha becoming a member of the Coffee Crew. Thank you so much. Here, we give a beautiful super chat sound effect for you. And you also had a card suggestion. What was it? Slayer's Cleaver has some odd flavor. Very odd indeed. It is a 3-mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +3/+1. And must be blocked by an Eldrazi if able. And what is this picture? It is basically a butcher's knife chopping down an Eldrazi. You gotta equip for 4? You gotta be kidding me. 3 mana for a... must be blocked by an Eldrazi. I don't even want to be blocked by an Eldrazi. The Eldrazi's on par with my regular creatures are going to die. This is not a fight I even want to... This is not even a fight I even want to get into. It's all very tentacly. A lot of tentacles. If anyone want to ask where the tentacles are in this game, you just go look at... You go look at Rise of the Eldrazi and all the other Eldrazi sets. Okay, we got Rainer with the Echo Circlet? Echo Circlet. It is a 2-mana equipment. Equip for 1. Equipped creature can block 1 more additional creature. Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. You know what would be better than an equipment that helps me block an additional creature? Maybe a card that is just a creature. And then I can block an additional creature. Now, if I could block an unlimited number of creatures, now we're talking. But one more, using a card to help my other cards block one other card? No way. Don't think so. Not on my watch. What an off... I guess this was the early days. This is like Scars of Mirrodin. I don't remember the origin story of equipment, but this has to be like the earlier days of equipment. Yeah, they started off really safe, and then they went broken, and then they went safe again. This is great for that. Where did I read that? I saw this was great for Death Touch or something. This is great for flanking or Death Touch or Bushido. Who plays with Bushido in 2023? Going into 2024. All right. Let's move on to Cement Shoes from Christopher B. Cement they are. Okay, we got a 1-mana equipment that you use to equip for 2. Equipped creature gets +3/+3 and has at the beginning of your upkeep, at the beginning of your end step, tap this creature. Good God. Okay, just make sure you're attacking every single turn. Equipped creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. What is the point of this? You can't even... You might think like, well, what if we put it on our opponent's creatures? Can't we do that, Nikachu? Well, no, you can't. You can only put it on your own creatures. So what is the point of this thing? Are we trying to protect ourselves from our own creatures? I don't think so. Can anyone give me a single purpose for this card? I mean, they didn't print it for nothing. There must have been like some sort of limited use to this thing that I'm completely missing. Equipped creature doesn't untap to its controller's untap step. Complete trash. Anybody? Anybody? A creature which untaps during another player's turn? But you can only equip this to your creatures. This is only going on yours. It's 1 penny. You know, it is very rare that a card is literally 1 penny. Usually, like, cards cost like 2 to 3 cents just to hold it in inventory. This thing is worthless. In fact, I think they would give this card away if the local game stores could. If you want, you could just go up to them and ask for their Cement Shoes. You'll take them off their hands. They'd be very happy about this. Abuse some untap ability of a creature. Maybe. I guess. But you know what? There's like millions of other cards you could just put on that creature to make it tap. Yeah, this is a question to the comment section for everyone on the replay. What singular purpose does cement shoes have in this game at all? Because as far as I'm concerned, it has none. There is no point to this card. Absolutely none. Sent cement shoes on Cami of the Whispering Hope. Cami of the Whispering... I don't think this card exists. Sorry, you didn't give me the right name. Okay, so we're just gonna move on. Going with Balder. Thank you very much for your super chat. The Razor Boomerang. What classic. A classic of the worst artifacts, just even period. Okay, it's a 3-mana equipment. Equipped creature has tap unattached Razor Boomerang. Razor Boomerang deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Return Razor Boomerang to its owner's hand. I think it would be fine. Like, it's too much of a flavor win than like a, I don't know, a practical card. You have to pay 5 mana to deal 1 damage. And we have to rinse and repeat this process again. And we have to tap the creature. This equipment is beyond bad. You really have to go through. And this card, however, is worth more money. It's 10 cents. It's worth more money than the cement shoes. Because at least it does something. You can ping people off. You know, if somebody has 1 life, you can kill them. You can kill their 1 toughness creatures. This is Prodigal Sorcerer the hard way. Prodigal Sorcerer, it's like, we can't make a strictly better Prodigal Sorcerer on an equipment. There's got to be some catch to it. You better have to equip it, and also it has to be returned to your hand, and so many other things. All right, let's go to Toads with the Cyclopean Snare. Cyclopean Snare. We got a 2-mana artifact, not equipment. Disqualified. Thank you very much for your suggestion. This is not the worst artifact show. This is the worst equipment show. Okay, the Jaded with Sokka. Sokka's Boomerang, huh? Sokka's... This card doesn't exist. Or maybe you're not mentioning a card. I don't know. Houston, give me something. Wolf Hunter's Quiver. It is a 1-mana equipment. Equipped creature has tap. This creature deals 1 damage to target creature or player. And tap. This creature deals 3 damage to target werewolf creature. You have to equip for 5. You play it for 1 and basically does nothing. You have to then... Okay, so we need a total of 6 mana. We do have to get to 5 lands in play. And then all of a sudden, we can deal 1 damage. Okay, so it is almost a strictly better Razor Boomerang. Why is it so hard to get a Razor Boomerang around here? I have to pay 6 mana to get a Razor Boomerang effect without having it bounced into my hand. However, if the creature is... this creature deals 3 damage to our werewolf creature. Yeah, for that werewolf meta out there. It's taken over! Why are we hating on werewolves all of a sudden? Alright, next up, let's go to the Sandals of Abdallah from Raddy. This is not an equipment. Not technical. Did they errata into equipment? No, they didn't. Gives 1 creature Island Walk. And it must be equipped to the creature. That's what equipment are. Yeah, better than Razor Boomerang. What a... The Tan Pineapple. It is a strictly better Razor Boomerang out here. Okay, Gillum with, we got Witch's Eye. There are some people out here, so there are some people out there that are going to be like, I'm going to make that card work. I'm going to prove to Nikachu MTG Live that this card isn't the worst equipment in the world. Witch's Eye, a 1-mana equipment. Not really an equipment if you ask me. What, you give me a glass eye? Equipped creature has pay 1, tap, scry 1. Ah, God. I got to pay 2 mana. Sorry, I have to pay 3 mana, and I perpetually pay a mana to keep scrying over and over again. I got to put this on, like, one of my random creatures. The creature is not made for attacking. It's made for scrying. Some of us are suffering from the mind fudge. I don't blame you all. It's a holiday season. Some of you had a lot of mind. Some of you have consumed a lot of things that will give you the mind fudge. Larry La with the Slagworm armor. Even Slagworms need armor. Okay, it's a 1 mana, equip for 3. Oh god. It just... To be honest, this is what equipment does. This gives you +0, +6. It's not a sword. It doesn't make you stronger, but it will make you tougher. It will take a few arrows or even a bullet to the chest. That armor is strong stuff. Prevent you from dying, but it's heavy and makes you clunky. Just like the Slagworm armor. Why is it called worm? Oh, it's the Slagworm armor. It's to protect you from the worms, I guess. That's what it is. Siren Song from Bugrafun. Siren Song Leer. It's a 2 mana equipment. For 2, you can equip it. An equipped creature has pay 2, tap to tap target creature. This is too much work. Why can't we just have like even equip 2, but then we can just tap it for nothing and tap target creature? Is it really all that broken to add the 2 tax to it? I'm paying 6 mana to tap my opponent's creatures around here. And I have to keep perpetually paying more mana after that. Just made me realize, you know, most equipment are terrible. Like, this is like one of the worst card types out there. I mean, it's up there with like Aura. The only exception is that you can keep moving the equipment to other things. It's made of slagworm plates. Oh, is that right? Slag plate sealskin bindings. The slagworm armor. Houston with Ogre's Cleaver. Did we do this one? No, we did a different cleaver. A lot of cleavers out there. That's a cleaver? That is a Final Fantasy VIII sword gun, if you ask me. Okay, we have a 2 mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +5/+0 at the low price of equip 5. Fantastic if you're playing a token deck. I don't even know if this is draft playable. Oh, this was from Rise of the Eldrazi. Well, you're going to need a bigger cleaver than that for the Eldrazi, I'll tell you that much. The Eldrazi, they are not afraid of the cleavers. Killer Kirby with Have You Done Shard of Glass? We have not. Shard of Glass is a 1 mana equipment to equip for 1 mana. Equipped creature gets +1/+0. And whenever equipped creature attacks, you may put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Get a little pump and a little dump. Pump your creatures, dump your library. But you better dump it to something good. This is one of the poorer mill cards, in my opinion. Toilet Dock with Grifter's Blade. Grifter's Blade, 3 mana, equipped for 1. You may play Grifter's Blade anytime you could play an instant. Oh, so it has flash. Grifter's Blade comes into play. Equipping a creature of your choice you control. Oh, so we don't even need to pay the 1. However, it only gives +1/+1. Wow, all those theatrics for absolutely nothing. I just boost my creature's power and toughness by an insignificant amount of power. Crowcore Games with the Blinding Powder. 3 mana for that, eh? A lot of these cards are going to be 3 mana for that, eh? Okay, 1 mana for the Blinding Powder. It's like, what is it? This is like that King of the Hill moment. Pocket Sand! Okay, we could just rename this thing to Pocket Sand. Someone should do some artist altar of... what was that guy's name? I don't even remember his name. Equipped creature... okay, so if equipped for 2, equipped creature has unattached Blinding Powder. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to this creature this turn. 1 creature. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to this creature. Oh, just this creature. This is awful. So it sort of just says for 2 mana, this creature doesn't die in combat, essentially. I wouldn't say it's awful. I would. You know, there are equipment out there that make the damn thing indestructible. I don't have to take it off of the creature. I have to keep re-equipping the creature to make it have protection from creatures. That's right. This is Pocket Sand over here. Pocket Sand! Always have that Pocket Sand available. A classic, classic defense weapon, of nature's weapon. Even if the enemy has no eyes? Well, most of them got to see some way. Most of them. Okay, next up, let's look at King Ginger's Kite Shield. Oh yeah, there's tons of these awful 0-mana artifacts, which are broken to, what's it, Saram? Saram and Pure Steel Paladin. 0 mana. Equipped creature gets +0/+3. Equip for 3. That is such a high cost. They could probably just have it equipped for 1 or 0. I don't even know if equipping for 0 would be even all that broken. Like, who... Honestly, if it was 0 mana, equipped creature gets +3/+0, and it equip for 0, it would see no play. It would be just pointless. Nobody would care about this card. It was for the old Cheerios decks, if anyone knows what those are. Because all the cards in the deck were zeros, which are the same thing as Cheerios. If you get my drift here. Anyone eat Cheerios out there? Okay, and moving on. We got Gus Van Voorst with the Iron Sword. Iron Sword is even worse than that. Sword. Iron Sword. There is no Iron Sword. That is so weird. Why is it so hard to find these cards? There's a Bronze Sword, if that's what you're talking about. I think you're talking about Bronze Sword. Iron Sword doesn't exist. Bronze Sword, 1 mana, equipped for 3. Only +2/+0, and that's it. This is like a last pick draft garbage, as far as I'm concerned. Artifact Affinity? Oh, you mean for the zeros, the 0 cards? Yeah, possibly. Yeah, all zeros. But like the problem is like these kite shields are useless if you don't equip them to the creature, right? Which you're not even going to want to spend the 3 mana on, even if you're playing Affinity. Show idea. Cards that should be equipment. Vehicles, lands. Maybe? That might be a hard show. Would you be able to use Scryfall as effectively as you do, Christopher B? I don't know if you could. Shuko. Believe it or not, this card is part of a tier 1 deck. You would not believe that. And it's actually because the equip cost is 0. So Shuko is a 1 mana equipped creature, gets +1/+0, but because equip is 0, it works well with what's that blue creature? Mesmeric something? Mesmeric. No, it's not Mesmeric. What is it? It's a creature where when it gets targeted by anything, you dump 2 cards from your deck into your graveyard, and you basically mill yourself out. It's like a 2-card combo. Outside of that combo, this card sucks. Like, I'm not paying I'm not even gonna pay 1 mana to give my creature +1/+0. Get the hell out of here. Equip 0 is strong! Yes, Cephalid Illusionist. That's what it was. So with Cephalid Illusionist, whenever it becomes the target of a spell or ability, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. And you can, so it's top 3 cards. And what you can do is you can constantly equip for 0 over and over and over and over and over again until your deck has absolutely nothing. Now, I will admit, outside of that combo, this card is just stone cold trash. Like, I'm still not. Although it is better than the other trash that we have seen. Sometimes you have to pay like 5 mana to get +2/+0. Here we are actually just paying 1. So it's actually fair. Oh, I guess the equipment started in the Kamigawa block. Yeah, it was with, what's it called? Umezawa's Jite started those things. Manriki Gusari! There was a time that this was the counter to other people's equipment. And now I don't think people even use this anymore for that reason. Pay 2, it's an equipment. You can equip for 1. Equipped creature gets +1/+2 and has tap, destroy target equipment. The equipment will be blown up. Some people would search. I'm not positive, but I think some people use Stoneforge Mystic to look up for Manriki Gusari so that they could equip it to their creatures to blow up their opponents like Batterskulls and stuff like that. Does this not see play in No, nothing. Hammer time. You just, like, the thing is, the way to beat equipment these days is just blow it up with, like, Force of Vigor, and we've, like, a million different artifacts. There's, like, so much artifact hate these days. You don't even need to reach for Manriki Gusari. So Manriki Gusari, we're sorry, but you're gonna have to be history. Manriki went to history. It can destroy itself, that's right. Can commit seppuku. Muhammad, Shield of Realm. Of the realm. But maybe there is synergy. Who knows? Someone out there might find it. It's a 2-mana equipment for 1 equip. If a source would deal damage to equipped creature, prevent 2 of that damage. That's terrible. Would never want to play this card. It could still die. You're gonna prevent 2 of my damage. Well, I'll just buff my creature up to 3. You'll go over the 2 damage that you've prevented. Okay, we got a super chat for here from Kurokor Games. Brass Knuckles. You would think it'd be strong. Is not the worst, but also not the best. What is Brass Knuckles worth in this game? Okay, it's 4 mana, equipped for 1. When you cast the spell, copy it. We have 2 copies of Brass Knuckles. Equipped creature has double strike as long as 2 or more equipment are attached to it. We need both the Brass Knuckles to get the effect of like 1. That seems like such a flavor fail. At least the equip is cheap. You pay for, you're gonna have 2 copies. You equip each for just 1, and we're all good. We got Tyler here with Slayer's Cleaver. How many more cleavers are there out there? Oh, we did Slayer's Cleaver. I love it. And by love it, I mean I hate it. Okay, Leonin Boa from Rainer. Leonin Obola. Okay, we have a 1-mana equipment for 1 equip. An equipped creature has tap unattach Leonin Bola to tap target creature. It's a very sad effect. Why did we have to unattach our equipment constantly? Like, that's not even the point of the equipment. We equip our creature, and then that's it. Would I have to go fetch my damn Leonin Bola? I think the flavor is just too... The flavor was worth too much to R&D over, like, function. The Bola is amazing. Because you throw it away. Who cares? Can I have an extra option to all the swords where if I throw the sword, I can just deal damage equal to what the sword was pumping me up for? And then, it's like, that should be a function on all the equipment. They're all equipment. I can just throw it at my opponent. So with Sword of Fire and Ice, throw the Sword of Fire, unattached Sword of Fire and Ice, deal 2 damage to, like, target creature or player. That sounds like fair game to me. Lord Trevor with a super chat. Allow me to introduce you to the Dead Iron Sledge. Sledge it is. It is a sledgehammer. Okay, we have a 1-mana equipment. Whenever equipped creature blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, destroy that creature and equipped creature. What? Why am I losing my creature? We both go down together, Mr. Bond. Oh god, this is not... I think some people might have looked at this card and said, equipped creature blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, destroy that creature. And they're like, this is great! This is exactly what I was looking for. And then they played the card and they forgot that they did not read the whole thing. And they realized they also destroy the creature and equip creature with it. I swear at least one person in the Magic the Gathering multiverse has probably screwed up reading this card, not reading the whole thing. Because that's the biggest problem. The downside is way at the back of that paragraph. Not everyone reads the full card. Especially me! We got Arrow with Mortar Pod. No one plays this now, but actually this was actually very competitive back in the day. I lost many games to this card. So it's a 2-mana living weapon. Equipped creature gets +0/+1 and has sack this creature. This creature deals 1 damage to a creature or player. Now it doesn't look very impressive, but frankly, if you have like a bunch of tokens or you need a sacrifice outlet, this thing pinged your stuff off the board. So it actually was pretty strong. But you had to build your deck around it, like you wanted to sacrifice your creatures. Anal beads, that's not a card. We're not playing chess around here, okay? That's not an equipment. in the Magic the Gathering multiverse. That's an equipment in the chess multiverse. Okay, next we got King Ginger with Captain's Hook. Okay, we're gonna hook up with Captain's Hook. It's a 3-mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0, has menace, and is a pirate Métis in addition to its other creature types. Whenever Captain's Hook becomes unattached from a permanent, destroy the permanent? What is going on here? So basically, if you are one with the Captain's Hook, what, I like lost my hand here? Like I just lost my hook. That has no relevance to me dying. I guess you, like, ripped it out of my arm and I bled to death or something. They just want it in your search history. I'm not looking it up. Okay, next up, we've got Beanpot Slab Hammer. Slab Hammer is a 2-mana equipment, equipped for 2. Equipped creature attacks. You may return a land you control to its owner's hand. If you do, the creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Good God, I don't want to return my lands. You know, there are people out there that are trying to ramp up their lands, not take their lands back around here. Oh, you know what? This could be for the landfall players. Landfall players, are you looking for new, unique ways to put lands back into your hand to keep those landfalls flowing? Well, I got the card for you. We got the Slab Hammer. You're going to hammer them in the face for an extra +2/+2. But not only that, you get extra landfall triggers. There we go, landfall combos. Bad cards to be put in bad landfall decks. Get them while they're hot. It is a 7-cent card, which means I think that some landfall players have found this card. Otherwise, it would be 2 cents. As far as I'm concerned, 2 cents, anywhere between 2 to 1 cents is like worthless territory. Anything above that is like somebody found some use for this somewhere. Kankusha. Donut for the coffee crew. Thanks so much, Kankusha. We will give it to Toad's Arc Splitter. Oh, sorry, Arc Spitter. Spit. Watch out! It's a camel. It spits. Okay, it's a 1-mana equipment, equipped for 1. Equipped creature has pay 1. This creature deals 1 damage to target creature that it's blocking. All these cards are like really sad effects. I have to block a creature. I'm gonna take damage from that creature. But you know what? Just in case I didn't kill it, we'll probably deal 1 extra damage with this damn thing. It could be free, and I would still not play it. Crap. Okay, we got the Lone Wolf with the Malefic Scythe. Okay, Malefic... Or is it Malefic Scythe? It's a black 1 generic equipment. Equipped for 1. Enters the battlefield with a soul counter on it. Ooh! Equipped creature has +1/+1 for each soul counter on Malefic Scythe. Whenever equipped creature dies, put a soul counter on Malefic Scythe. Just comes also every single time. Whenever... This is absolute stone trash. Like, basically the idea is we want our own creatures to die under this thing. Not what we want to do. I mean, that is the opposite of the point of this game. At least it's cheap to equip it before it dies. Oh, I thought it was playable in standard. Was it playable? I would be very surprised. I guess you could put in like some sort of, was it a cat deck or something? I don't think it would be good, but like some sort of sacrifice, the oven deck, cat oven deck. Oh, I see. I thought it was playable in standard until I read the card properly. That's right, you have to attack, you have to equip your creatures and then throw them into the void. But you know what we're not going to throw into the void? Our sponsors, FusionGamingOnline.com. This is where you go get all your Magic cards from. Remember, this is the Boxing Week sale, the one time of the year you get your biggest discount. Save up to 25% off all store-wide. So what happens is between December 25th and the 30th, 15% off everything. If you go over 300 Canadian dollars, you save 5% extra on your order. And if you go over 1,000, an additional 5%. And you can also, well, this coupon code is not going to work on this amazing sale because the sale is too damn good. But If you're watching the replay somewhere deep in the future, don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your other purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. Find all your worst. You're not going to want to rent your worst equipment. You can get the best of the best when you are renting with Mana Traders. And if you don't like that best of the best, just exchange it for the best of something else. You can support the channel renting online using the Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu1JV. Okay, time to go back to terrible equipment cards. Terrible equipment. Yeah, equip yourself with some discounts from our sponsor. There we go. That's a smooth line. Okay, Crowcore Games. Dragon Throne of Tarkir. So I have to make one creature suck for the rest to be good? Bro, Wolf Ruin is a land that gives trample and plus, yeah, whatever. Okay, Dragon Throne of Tarkir. Oops, I did not read. Dragon. Tarkir loves their dragons. It's a 4-mana equipment. You have to pay an additional 3, so we are 7 mana into this thing. I'm never going to financially recover from this. Equip creature has Defender. What? Why are we going to Defender all of a sudden? And pay 2? What, another 2 mana? Other creatures you control gain trample and get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is this creature's power. So we have to sacrifice one creature from attacking to make everything else bigger. This is like, if you try hard enough, maybe this card will work, maybe not. What once soared high above Tarkir is now reduced to a seat. Oh, and that's the seat, huh? Used to be a big scary dragon, now it just a big throne. Oh yeah, hence why they call it the Throne of Tarkir. Actually, never mind, it is good. I think it's terrible. I would never play this damn card. Yo little Ted with the blazing torch. Pay 1 equipment. Equipped creature can't be blocked by vampires or zombies. That is great. Equipped creature has tap. Sacrifice blazing torch. The blazing torch deals 2 damage to our creature or player. I gotta sack my blade. This is not the point of this damn card. I'm supposed to make my creature bigger and better. And what, the vampires and zombies are afraid of a little fire? Didn't know the zombies are afraid of anything. Next super chat from TC Josh. Not sure if Wooden Steak has been done yet, so if so, gift this. Finally got to catch a live stream. Welcome, TC Josh. The Wooden Steak has not been done. Many things are at stake with the Wooden Steak. It's a 2-mana equipment for 1 equip. Equipped creature gets +1/+0, and whatever equipped creature blocks or becomes blocked by a vampire, blow it up! Destroy that creature, it can't be regenerated. Yeah, I don't think most vampires even care about this card. Like, why would you even get in the way? Okay, I equip my creature, it gets +1/+0. Do you have any incentive to block it? Like, really? And besides, I see. If you even try to block it, even if you have a Death Toucher, it just dies, because this thing would trigger before the damage step. I see. Very narrow card. You have to bring it into that Markov meta. The Markov meta, I say. Okay, next freebie from chat. Underworld Paradise with Godsend. Why the hell is it mythic rare? Terrible card. Oh, this card. Does this card see no play? White, 1 generic. Equipped creature gets +3/+3. You do have to equip for 3. And whenever a equipped creature blocks or becomes blocked by 1 or more creatures, you may exile one of those creatures. Opponents can't cast cards with the same name as the cards exiled with Godsend. Oh, I see. This is really bad in Commander. Yeah, if you exile the 1 creature, it's not like you're gonna cast it again anyway, because there are no more copies in your deck. So this makes a little bit more sense for 60-card Magic, a lot less sense for 99-card Magic. Yeah, we did Razor Boomerang already. The Razor has been boomeranged, but it'll keep coming back. We got Sleazy. Sleazy with the Bronze Sword. Oh, we did Bronze Sword by accident. Someone named Iron Sword. Okay, so we're gonna donate the super chat to someone to Forsey with the Gate Smasher. I just realized you have some sort of bunny on a toilet. Someone to 4C. Okay, 3 mana, equip for 3. The Gate Smasher can be attached only to a creature with toughness 4 or greater. The creature must be worthy to be equipped to the Gate Smasher. Equipped creature gets +3/+0 and has trample. Oh my god. It's so narrow. There's not really a whole lot of cards that are... I mean, there's a lot of cards out there that have more than 4 toughness. But then again, they don't need the Gate Smasher if they're that big. Okay, we got 7 with the Banshee's Blade. I think we did the Banshee's Blade. Yeah, we did Banshee's Blade. Oh, maybe we didn't. I think we did something that looks similar. It's 2 mana, equipped for 2. Gets +1/+1 for each charge counter on the Banshee's Blade. But whenever equipped creature deals combat damage, put a charge counter on Banshee's Blade. It's actually superior to something else that we looked at. Alright, I don't think we did the Banshee's Blade. Okay, King Ginger with Rock. Just Rock, LOL. It's a token equipment. Rock it is! Oh god, it's hard to find because it's one of those one-word cards. I can't find it! You mean Rock Lob? No, not Rock Lobster. Where's Rock? I can't find Rock as an equipment. Are you sure it's called Rock? This isn't an AI-generated card, is it? Or a custom card? Targeted Rock? There's V-Rock? That's the closest we got around here. I can't find this card. Is this real? Okay, hold on. I'm going to search Google just in case. We're going to look up Google. Come on. Rock Equipment MTG. Oh, it's Rock the Token. Gotcha. Okay, hold on. I found it. Rock the Token. The token equipment. Which is technical. Well, this is the worst equipment in Magic. I didn't say it had to be cards, apparently. Okay, equipped creature has pay 1, tap, sacrifice the rock. Deals 2 damage to any target. It's like very similar to that last card we just looked at. Okay, we got Quill with Bloodthorn Flail. Bloodthorn Flail it is. Let's get some colored cards up here. Yeah, so this is the second equipment for a black. I guess the black mages know how to make equipment around here. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. Equip. Pay 3 or discard a card. Oh my goodness. I don't want to discard anything. You know, it reminds me of those old creatures that black had. Like, it was like just a 1 mana 2/1. It was like, there was... the decks back then... for like black, you had like mono black aggro effectively, and there you had like a bunch of 2/1 creatures for 1. It was very similar to like White Weenie, but for black, and this sort of reminds me of that. So you can pay this for a single black, discard a card, and very quickly equip to something. Yeah, like unholy. It's like an unholy strength like thing. You know what? That's exactly what it is. Okay, what else do we have here? Oh no, we have to go to a super chat. We got Balder here. Thank you very much for your super chat, Balder. Skull Clamp, otherwise donate. That is absolutely not bad. It's one of the best cards of all time. So we will donate. You got it. You want to donate? We're going to donate. We'll give it to... Is Arkham Slay even a equipment? I think this is... Isn't this like an old card that acts like an equipment, but it's not? Yeah, this is like an old-fashioned... We got 2 disqualified cards so far. Dinglebag, Sylvok, Life Staff. Okay, what do we got here? 1 mana, equip for 1. Equipped creature gets +1/+0. Whenever a equipped creature is put into a graveyard, you gain 3 life. That is great. That's not exactly what I'm looking for here, though. Absolute trash. Okay, next up. What's with this Arkham Slay thing? That is not an equipment. It's from the Ice Age. They didn't even know what equipment were back then. We did Witch's Eye. Thomas with the Chain Flail Centipede. Ew. What the hell? This is an equipment this is an equipment insect that is a machine. It's a black 2 generic 2/2. You can reconfigure for 2 mana. Also, whenever Chain Flail Centipede or equipped creature attacks, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. I wonder if you can put 4 Chain Flail Centipedes on one creature. Is it the human centipede? In a weird, disgusting way. Alright, next up. Let's look at Toilet Ducks. Feast Tested Frying Pan. I have a feeling this is an unset card. Oh, sorry, Field Tested. Okay, this is not an unset. I thought it was Feast. Field Tested Frying Pan. This is a real card from, oh, Tales of Middle-earth. Okay, that makes a little sense. Those little hobbits, they arm themselves with their kitchen appliances and other kitchenware. Okay, we have a blue 2 generic equipment. When Field Tested Frying Pan enters the battlefield, create a food token, then create a 1/1 halfling and attach it to the frying pan. So it's like it has living weapon, actually. Well, why don't they just call it living weapon? Equipped creature has, whenever you gain life, this creature gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the amount of life gained. This is not one of the worst cards ever. However, you pay 2 mana for, what's it called? You pay 2 to equip it. Nikachu is hungry, it seems. Hungry for what? Centipedes? Maybe you should play red instead of Merfolk with reading that ability. Yes. Perhaps. Okay, next super chat we got from Crowcore Games. Thank you very much. Is Psychic Paper good or bad or just jank? Probably maybe a little bit from all columns. Okay, Psychic Paper. So 2 mana, equipped for 2. Comes, looks like a laptop to me. Okay, Psychic Paper becomes attached to a creature. Choose a creature card name and a creature type. Equipped creature has Ward 1 and can't be blocked. And its name and creature type are the last chosen name and creature type. The hell does that mean? The Psychic Paper becomes attached to a creature. Choose a creature card and creature card name and creature type? I don't understand this card. Exactly. So a equipped creature has Ward 1 and it can't be blocked, which actually is pretty good, actually. I think this card is actually good, which makes it not so good for the show. Because at least it's unblockable for 2 mana, which I can actually respect. But and its name and creature type are the last chosen name and creature type. Oh, when it becomes attached to a creature, choose a creature card name and a creature type. So what, I just change them? I don't get it. You can rename your creatures, I guess. I don't know what the benefit of that is. But then when it becomes unattached, then what happens? So, I guess I just choose anything I want. But I don't know why it has to say the last chosen name and creature type. Because it just looks like every single time when I attach it to a new creature, I can choose it to something else. Yeah, what does the image look AI generated? Maybe it was AI generated. You never know what Wizards is doing. Wizards actually came out with this big article that says, we are not using AI for any of our art, nor do we ever want to, and we are staying very far away from that. But it is not clear to me, based on that article, that they aren't going to use AI to design the cards. It was not clear to me. But for the art, no AI. I think, which is good for them. Good for them. Okay, Mr. Deadhead, the very first equipments. Ash Nods Transmogrant. Whatever the hell that is. Transmogrant? This is not an original equipment. These aren't real equipment. It's fool's gold. Guy at my local game store plays this card and has some neat features, but it's weird. Is that this thing? The Psychic Paper? I don't even know how you work this thing. Okay, we got the Sword of Once and Future from Christopher B. Sword of Once and Future. Shouldn't be like the Sword of Past and Future. I don't know what the once means. Okay, pay 3, equip for 2. Gets +2/+2. Has protection from blue and black. Those are great colors to have protection from. Not. Okay, whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, surveil 2. That sucks. Then you may cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. That's great! I wouldn't say it's... Actually, I shouldn't say it's broken, but, like, that's pretty damn good. This is not bad enough for this show. This is like S tier compared to the rest of the crap we see today. Okay, let's go to some super chats. We've got Lord Trevor, Rakdos Right Knife. This card is slow but powerful. It is a 2-mana equipment for Equip 2. And equipped creature gets +1/+0 for each blood counter on Rakdos Right Knife, and has, how we have blood counters, oh, we're gonna get blood counters somehow. We tap, sacrifice a creature, put a blood counter on Rakdos Right Knife. This is stone cold trash. Also pay a red-black, sacrifice Rakdos Right Knife. Target player sacrifices a permanent for each blood counter on Rakdos Right Knife. Absolute sad nonsense. The worst equipment are the ones I have to sack my own creature to make the equipment better. Like, at what point are we going to actually kill our opponent with this equipment? Argentum Armor, it sounds cool, but the cost is not. This is a very expensive card. I remember I bought this card as a meme. Well, maybe I'm wrong. No, I swear this card cost money at one point. Like, when there was no reprints. It was like $5 or something. Now it's like, it's pennies. Okay, it's 6-mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +6/+6. Whenever equipped creature attacks, destroy a permanent. You blow it up. You also have to equip for 6. I think this is like a Timmy sort of card. You look at it, it's like, wow, it's so big! And I can blow up anything. And then in practice, you realize how, like, really slow and awful it is. Okay, Rainer, what do you got for us? The Veteran Sidearm. Which is a 2-mana, equip for 1. Oh, I think we did this one. Or there are many equipment that are just as bad as this one. Alpha Nerd, thank you very much for your super chat. Tithing Blade. It is a black 1 generic. It's got Craft with a creature for 5 mana. Whatever that means. Exile this artifact. Exile a creature you control, or a creature card from your graveyard. Return this card transformed under its owner's control. Craft only as a sorcery. So, but it's not an equipment, actually. What am I reading this? Artifact, not equipment. Is the backside an equipment? Not equipment on the backside. Double disqualified. Vitron, save us. In Boros equipment, Argentum is rad enough. All right. The Eater of Virtue. Eater. Oh, hold on. Keyboard running out of power here. Don't die on me, keyboard. Don't die on me. Live, keyboard. Please live. Cool. Okay. Eater of Virtue. 1 mana. Oh, I like the 1 mana equip for 1. Whenever equipped creature dies, exile it. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. This is already a strictly better equipment than most equipment we saw today, where we have to pay like pay 2 and then equip for 3, and then we still get only +2/+0. As long as the card exiled with Eater of Virtue has flying, equipped creature has flying. The same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Protection, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance. This seems pretty cool. I think this is a cool card. This is like, if your creature dies, it will give all the benefits to the future creature. Eater of Virtue is kind of build around. I don't even think you need to build around it. Like, it's not the biggest buff, but if the creature dies in combat, you give all the virtues to the next creature behind it. I think it's cool. I don't think it's bad enough for this show. King Ginger with Sylvok Battle Chair. So much mana. It is a 6-mana equipment for another 7 mana. Equipped creature only gets +4/+4 and has trample. For Mirrodin, when this equipment enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 red rebel creature token, then attach this to it. Again, another... It's another living weapon-like card. At the very least, you get it immediately attached to something. So it's basically 6 mana for a 6/6 creature. Still garbage, though. Still absolute trash. Okay, we got Jail with the Bronze Cudgels. What the hell is a cudgel? Cudgel? Cujils. Okay, this is really a card. I thought you misspelled something. It's a 1 mana equip for 1. Pay 2 until in a turn. Equipped creature gets +X/+0, where X is the number of times this ability has resolved this turn. So you pump the creature up equal to the number of times you've equipped it this turn. This is now the new worst card of today. Basically, you pay 2 to give it +1/+0. I mean, okay, there is a world where if you have infinite mana, this card could be, like, kill for lethal. Because if you have infinite mana, you can attack for lethal. But practically speaking, I mean, this card is real trash. Yeah, maybe I should give it, like, rate it a little bit higher for anyone that's trying to break it with infinite mana. But we gotta be serious here. If you have infinite mana, you probably can win in another, more elegant way than with the bronze cudgels. Whatever the hell this is. What is even a cudgel? Is it this wand? This looks like some sort of whacking stick or something. GTA is really bad. It was relegated to a pre-constructed deck after all. Was it? Skull Clamp is also bad since it's banned everywhere. No, well, not really. There's no... I don't think GTA wasn't a pre-constructed deck. I think it had a promo. I could be wrong, though. I wasn't around at that time. Okay, for Ginka, with the Belt of Giant Strength. Take my... No thanks, I'm good without. The Belt of Giant Strength. Where's the belt? Is this the belt? Like a World Wrestling Federation belt? That's what it's supposed to be? No wonder those wrestlers get where their strength comes from. Oh, /S means sarcasm? Alright, thank you for letting me know. I'm a boomer, okay? I don't know the hip new way of talking about things. You know what? I saw someone do a dab to me like 7 years ago, or maybe it was like 9 years ago, and I had no idea what that was. They had to explain it to me. And I found out, you know, the dabbing is just like the in thing for the zoomers. Okay, we have a green 1 generic equipment. Equipped creature has base power and toughness 10/10. Well, that's not bad. But you gotta equip for 10? This ability costs X less to activate, where X is the power of the creature it targets. But then if, like, the creature's already big, like, who cares? The creature is big. Like, if you want a nice enough discount, the creature already has to be big. Which defeats the purpose of this card in the first place. Okay, golden refrigerator. First time catching you live. Also, Necropouncer. 6 mana for a 3/1 with haste. I mean, why? Because why not? They thought it was a good idea at the time. 6 mana. Equipped for 2. Living weapon. Okay, finally our first living weapon. And it's literally just a 3/1 with haste. 6 mana 3/1 with haste. If it dies, well, you can still give something else 3/1 with haste. King Ginger. The hot soup. Doesn't this kill the creature? Okay, hot soup is a 1 mana equipped for 3. Coming through! Equipped creature can't be blocked, and no one wants to block the creature with the hot soup. Whenever equipped creature is dealt damage, destroy it. What is the point? Oh, because it can't be blocked. I see. And then if it's ever dealt damage, it's just blown up. I don't get it, though. Designed by James Ernest? Did we need to know that? You know, it's interesting. They should tell us more often who designed what cards. Then if they break the game, we know who to blame. But they don't like to do that. They don't like to put their name on their cards. Yeah, it is hot. You're going to be in hot soup now. So you get pinged by the Razor Boomerang, your creature dies. All of a sudden, Razor Boomerang doesn't look so bad anymore. Next up... Hold on. Give me a second here. Yeah, this card is such hot soup. Put on an indestructible creature. Yeah, that will work. I'm totally down. Sword of Light and Shadow is actually mid as F. Sword of Light and Shadow. It's one of the worst swords, that's for sure. 3 mana for equip 2. Gets +2/+2, pro white, pro black. Deals damage to a player. Yeah, you gain a whole 3 life. You can return 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. It's probably the best of the worst cards that we have on this list today. Next, we have Alpha Nerd with Citizen's Crowbar. 2 mana for equip 2. Citizen's Crowbar enters the battlefield. Create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token, then attach Citizen's Crowbar to it. Equip creature gets +1/+1 and has pay a white, tap, sacrifice Citizen's Crowbar, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Yeah, this is like the most work I've ever put into disenchanting something. It literally has the cost of disenchant plus more. I have to pay a whole 5 mana, equip it to a creature, tap it, and then throw it at something to break it. The worst disenchant of all time, is frankly. That could be a show idea. Cards that emulate other cards, but do it very badly. Well, that's a very clunky title. Okay, we got Thomas with Lightning Spear. We got a red 1 generic. Equip for 1. Equip creature gets +1/+0. Has trample. Pay 3. Sack my equipment. Deals 3 damage to any target. At least we damage something. At the very least. Tyler says, remember the Citizen's Crowbar bug on Arena? People got banned for playing. Really? I'm actually not familiar with that bug. If anyone knows more about that bug, let me know in the comments section. I'd love to read about it. Next super chat coming from Crowcore Games. Dire Flail. Well, at least the backside is good. Yeah, some cards have like a better backside than front side. The Dire Flail. Okay, we got a red equipment. Equip for 1. Equip creature gets +2/+0. Not bad. Craft with artifact. We can exile this and exile another artifact you control or an artifact card from your graveyard. Return this card transformed into the Dire Blunderbuss. Get out of my way. Here comes the Blunderbuss. And whenever equip creature gets +3/+0, equip creature gets +3/+0, and whenever this creature attacks you, you may sacrifice an artifact other than Dire Blunderbuss. If you do, this creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature. I don't even think I'd want to do that. That's like just too much work. Too much work for the Blunderbuss. Zachary. Crowbar is only 3 mana disenchant because auto-equip and it leaves you with a 1/1. But it's still a disenchant. Did I really want to disenchant and get a 1/1? I don't feel like it. Okay, who did we not get to today? I think we got almost everyone. Is this even real? Yeah, it's a real card. I found it on Scryfall. Shadow Walker. The disenchant is supposed to be a bonus on the equipment, not the main point. Come on. This card is just like make a 1/1 and give it the thing +1/+1. That's not special. That's not interesting. Since Crowbar, you're not special for that. The special thing is you destroy artifacts and enchantments, but I gotta blow the whole thing up by itself. Now, okay, don't get me wrong. If we could unequip this thing, like, why is the Crowbar smash? It's a damn crowbar. It should have been like Razor Boomerang. You unattach the Citizen's Crowbar, destroy target artifact and enchantment. Then I could get on board with this card. That'd be great, but it doesn't work like that. Somehow the Crowbar blew itself up in its own confusion. We got Car Hacks, 2/2 for 2 and has disenchant bonus. Would play in limited. Yeah, well, this is not limited. This is the real world. Once it gets outside their own little environment home, they realize how harsh this world is, in the world of Okos and Uros and Thassa's Oracle and stuff. Norman Bromley, cards that emulate iconic cards but worse. There we go. That's a great title. Love the name. Yeah, Citizen's Crowbar is disenchant at home. You can get behind that. Okay, Neglected Heirloom. It's a 1 mana equip for 1. Equip creature gets +1/+1. When equip creature transforms, transform Neglected Heirloom. Now this is some sort of achievement unlocked card. So we need to build our deck full of cards that transform. We need them to transform in order to transform this card, which turns into equip creature gets +3/+3 and has First Strike. That's it. That's all I get for transforming this card. I bent over backwards in order to, like, flip this damn thing. I warped my deck big time around, like, werewolves and crap like that. And that's all I get. I feel ripped off. I got ripped off by Ashmouth Blade. Or, sorry, what was it originally? The Neglected Heirloom. Okay, it's time for Super Chat. Super Chat Central. Okay, Steve Cooper with Tanuki Transplanter. Of course, you would Love to use the Tanuki transplanter. Donation also for 2 chats. This has a raccoon. I swear. Steve Cooper will speak up or super chat whenever like there's a raccoon involved on the card. Okay, so we got the Tanuki transplanter. It's a 3-mana 2/4 equipment dog. So it's so weird. I can equip something with a dog. How on earth is a raccoon a dog anyway? Okay, whenever a Tanuki transplanter or equipped creature attacks, add an amount of green equal to its power. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Reconfigure for 3. Damn it, they need to make better raccoon cards. Better raccoons. Okay, let's go. We have to give 2 freebies. Didn't we have 2 different raccoon people? Yeah, we have the raccoon fam is in the house. We have 2 raccoon fam. Dinglebag, Turolf's hammer. Give me your hammer. This is a god, but we'll turn it over. Okay, so this is an equipment for 2 mana. So how hard is it to turn it over? This is a 4 mana 5/4 trampling god. Whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess non-combat damage, Turolf deals damage equal to the excess to any target other than that permanent. Oh, it's just a double face card. And then we could also play Turolf's hammer, which is a red 1 generic equipment. Equipped creature has red 1 generic. Tap unattached Turolf's hammer. Oh god, not these cards again. It deals 3 damage to any target. Well, that's not bad. Return Turolf's hammer to its owner's hand. Good god. That was not part of the deal. It's another damn Razor Boomerang. Equipped creature gets +3/+0 as long as it's legendary. Oh, I see. So it has, okay, it's got the crowbar effect that I wanted. So you equip the creature, it gets bigger, but you can throw it to deal the damage. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. Every equipment should do this. That should just be standard for every single equipment. And even then, it still doesn't see any play. It's a slightly fixed Razor Boomerang. It is. And it's still one of the worst cards out there. Okay, another freebie to... See you later, Toads. We'll give it to Arrow. Warlord's Axe. Warlord's Axe. This is a 3 mana equipped for 4, +3/+1. I swear we did this one, though. Unless it was something else. I think we did this one. Okay, we'll go to Ralph. Vorpal Sword. Vorpal Sword. There's some people who really like this card. Okay, it's a black. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has Death Touch, which is already strictly better than a lot of other cards we have. And for 8 mana, till end of turn, Vorpal Sword gains whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to player, they lose the game. It's over. But you do have to spend a lot of mana on it. Tyler Bremer with a super chat. Barbed Battle Fist. Sorry, Barbed Batter Fist. Barbed Batter Fist is a 2 mana equipped for 1. Equipped creature gets +1/-1 for Mirrodin. When this equipment enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 red rebel creature token, then attach it to it. I don't care what rebels it comes with. The card is terrible. Station Disaster. Healer's Headdress. Healer's Headdress. It is a dress. No, it's a headdress. I put that on my head? It's a headpiece. Okay, it's a 2 mana equipped for 1. Equipped creature gets +0/+2 and it's tapped. Prevent the next 1 damage that would be dealt to target creature or player this turn. You can also pay double white. Attach Healer's Headdress to target creature you control. This is super sad. Damn healing salve on this thing. Looks like leeches on the last one. It looks like shrapnel just like blasted into their body. But I know what you're talking about, yeah. They're like part golem, part creature. Station Disaster with Legacy Weapon. Isn't this good? 7 mana, legendary artifact, Wooburg, remove target permanent from the game. I think that's great. If Legacy Weapon would be put in a graveyard from anywhere, reveal Legacy Weapon and shuffle into its owner's library instead, which also is a bonus. But it's very expensive. 7 mana up front, then you gotta Wooburg it afterwards. It's been reprinted a lot of times. It's not worth a whole lot. Oh, it's not even an equipment. It gets disqualified. Get it out of here. Did you, like, hold on, did you just... Aren't you the one who made that super chat? Did Crowcore Games catch them on their own? I can't remember who super chatted this just now. Okay, we're gonna donate to the public. We got Martin here with a bronze plate boar. It's a pig. It's a piggy. All right, we have a red 2 generic 3/2 equipment boar with trample. I think it's pretty cool that they made these equipment creatures. Equipped creature gets +3/+2 and has trample. Reconfigure for 5. Attached to target creature you control or unattached from a creature. Reconfigure only as a sorcery. Well attached. This isn't a creature. I think wizards realize how bad their equipment are. And to buff them up, they got literally combine creatures with equipment at once. And it still doesn't see play. Still doesn't see play. Okay, Alpha Nerd with Ancestral Katana. Ancestral Katana, 2 mana, equipped for 3. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. Whenever a samurai or a warrior you control attacks alone, you can pay 1. If you do, attach Ancestral Katana to it. Yeah, not worth it. Not interesting. Crowcore Games. Again, with the Raven Wings. Look, Mom, my snake is a bird now. Oh yeah, the snake can fly now. Flying snake. Well, this is a flying... Is there another version of this card? 2 mana, equipped for 2. Equipped creature gets +1/+0, has flying. And it's a bird in addition to its other types. Why would it become a bird? Like, sure, you're using feathers, but it's not like it's grafted to your spine or anything. Okay, next up we got, oh, Mr. DJ Longhair. Happy holidays and New Year, Nikachu and all. Thank you very much, Mr. DJ Longhair. Because you did not mention a card, you have graciously donated it to someone in the freebie section. We'll give it to Jay with Imperial Plate. I feel like this is going to be a bird card, right? Imperial Plate. Imperial armor? Oh, plate. I don't know what I wrote. Okay, we got Imperial Plate. 2 mana, equipped for 2. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each card in your hand. It actually is not the worst card I've ever seen. But it's not great either. It's like, do I want to play my cards or do I want to make a big creature with Imperial Plate? And it's like, at best, it's probably just going to be +5/+5. This is a lot better than a lot of the cards that we've seen today, though. A lot better. All right, Crowcore Games. What's up? You got World Slayer. So they will just block? I guess so. The World Slayer. The 5 mana equipment for 5. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, destroy all permanents other than World Slayer. Yeah, you have to block, though. They'll have a lot of notice, by the way. Play World Slayer. Okay. Equip World Slayer. Okay. Destroy creature. All right. And then it's over. Prime Jaders with the Razor Boomerang. How brave you are to suggest such an iconically terrible card this late in the show. It has been mentioned 20 times, so we will be donating your super chat to... Who's going to get this super chat? Pedgeman! Haven't got one yet. Did we do Ninjas something? No, we did not. Ninjas Kunai. It is a 1 mana equipped for 1 from Neon Dynasty. An equipped creature has 1 tap. Sacrifice Ninjas Kunai to deal 3 damage to any target. Okay, so I guess it's like you know what? You know how I interpret this? It's like colorless burn. That's the only way I can interpret this card. So if you want burn, have you ever tried to shoot your opponent's face down, but you're never in the colors of red or green or even black? If you're like mostly white and blue, you might want the Ninjas Kunai. So you can pay 1, equip to a creature, tap the creature, and you can deal 3 damage just like the red players play Lightning Bolt. That's all it does. Yeah, it doesn't even buff up the creature. You would think just even having this in your hand would be worth something in combat. Nope. It's purely aerial attack. Okay, next up, we've got TC Joss with Hank Yu. I feel like another weird equipment. I feel like we saw this on another show. Hank Yu, the 1 mana equip for 4? Equipped creature has tap, put an aim counter on Hank Yu, and tap, remove all aim counters from Hank Yu. This creature deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of aim counters removed. Oh my god, you have to pay 1, equip for 4, and then we gotta start building up them aim counters. Gotta build 1 at a time. Tap, I put an aim counter. Tap, put another aim counter. It should be like an arrow counter, really. Aim counter doesn't really make any sense. You put an arrow counter, and then you throw all the arrows at one person at once. You put all the arrows in one hand, pull your bow, and whoosh. Hopefully that works out. Okay, Krokar Games, what do you got for us this time? Volshot Battle Gear. Full shock. 6 mana for +3 plus something. We got 3 mana, equip for 3. Yeah, it gets +3/+3. That's it. They don't have the battle gear in the Volshock territory. Where did this come from? Mirrodin? For Mirrodin. Attach target creature. Equip only as a sorcery. They were very safe with the equipment back then. Krokar Games again. You've got Wolf Hunter's Quiver. Didn't we do this one? Wolf Hunter's Quiver. Oh, maybe not. Okay, 1 mana, equip for 5. Yeah, I just level these equipment where, you know, I put down my down payment, but then I have to, like, pay it. You know, it's like, what's it called? In-app purchases. Some equipment have in-app purchases attached to it. So you don't actually get the Wolf Hunter's Quiver until you pay an additional 5 more. So if you've, like, paid $2 for the game, you have to pay, like, another $10 to actually play the game. Equipped creature has tap. This creature deals 1 damage to target creature or player. And tap. This creature deals 3 damage to target werewolf creature. Oh, no, I think we did. Yeah, maybe we did this right at the beginning. Just in case we didn't, I'll just let it stand. King Ginger with Javelin of Lightning. Absolute crap. 2 mana. Oh, it's got, at least it's got Flash. Equip for 4. As long as it's your turn, equipped creature has +2/+0 and has first strike. Your turn? So implying that if it's not my turn, it literally does nothing? When Javelin of Lightning enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. That's not bad. Oh, but you can't do it at flash speed on someone else's turn. So it's just like a crappier version of that red enchantment that gives double strike and like trample and all that other good stuff. Yep, and that would be it. Thank you very much, King Ginger. And that's it for Coffee and MTG. I didn't know there were so many bad equipments out there. Raise the level of your equipments, Wizards of the Coast, because there are so many that don't see play. And if you want to be part of Coffee and MTG, you got to be here weekdays, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. But remember, until January 5th, weekdays, we will also be doing the show at 8 p.m. So for everyone watching live, you got about 1 more week. Basically, a week's left of evening shows starting at 8 p.m. Thank you very much, everyone who supports the channel. If you're a member on YouTube, a patron on Patreon, or use Super Chat to contribute to the show, thank you so much. You help keep the show running. But this show is not possible without viewers like you who show up in the morning, like Arcanus. We have King Ginger, Christopher B, Mr. Deadhead, Ferginky, Jess, David Sampson, Krokar Games, Steve Cooper, Pedgeman, Nate Nathan, Dinglebag, Raphael, Rainer, Chen Fred, Jade, and more. Darkest Angel, because you guys are the show. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing up them coffees, and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.